Okay, it was the city. Let's go to the mountain path and to the church. So we need this herb and this nutrient-rich berry. Yep, I think we got everything. Shall we deliver all this to the Archbishop? We came here to deliver the medicinal herbs requested by the Archbishop. We were done in no time thanks to Aeolia, who knew exactly what we were looking for. Her doctor's license isn't just for show, that much I know. During the anniversary festival, Mass will be held in the Cathedral. It looks like visitors from abroad have started to trickle in as well. For some reason I get the feeling that the children don't respect me very much. In today's Mass, for example, one of the boys suddenly kicked my rear end. I was upset, of course, so I chased after him, but when I started having fun, the two of us were laughing by the end of it. But as a sister of a Septian church, I'd like to carry myself in a more elegant, dignified manner. I came across a lady who was here visiting a grave the other day, and I suggested she try to enjoy herself a little, at least during the festival. In hindsight, that was rather insensitive of me. I had the opportunity to talk to the gravekeeper when I finished paying my respects yesterday. He gave me the idea that it would be a waste to do nothing but pray during the anniversary festival. I suppose he has a point. Tonight, I will enjoy Crossbell's night sky instead. I feel a little guilty to my husband, who's resting here, but today I'll take it easy and enjoy myself. If I ignore the fact that I'm so That was a hint that there's a watch point somewhere here. The Crossbell Cathedral truly is an extraordinary feat of architecture, don't you think? It's easily 2 or 3 times the size of any chapel in all the parishes I've ever been in. I would even say it compares to the high seat in the Holy See of Arteria. Yesterday's sales were pretty good too, Oidios. Please keep blessing me with luck. Yes, still trusting in the goddess for his business. I'm here to pray for a safe trip. I'd be devastated if something happened to me now, ruining my vacation. Archbishop Eralda's achievements left a significant mark on the pharmaceutical world. St. Ursula Hospital still prescribes medicine based on a foundation once laid by Archbishop Eralda, actually. I heard that there are some men of fracas in the downtown district yesterday evening, and it wasn't just the use of the area. Supposedly the Braces and police got involved in the fray as well. So it was you for after all. Festivals are known for getting people excited, and yes, on occasion this can mean they lose the ability to think rationally. However, the police need to be better than that. You should reflect on your actions. Sorry. Damn, this old timer's giving us one hell of a stink eye. It's actually a little intimidating. Well, I suppose we should feel fortunate that no one was hurt in the incident. I trust you will act with greater prudence in the future. For someone as clumsy as Sister Juju, she's a surprisingly good cook. I wonder if the kids are so drawn to her because of her cookies. Whenever I'm not teaching Sunday school, I'm preparing the children's next lessons. But sometimes, the children still drop by to visit me and the others. From time to time, it gets a fair deal more lively in here than I expect. I heard the IBC CEO, Dieter Kreuss, uses his wealth to support various charity projects. As someone with a church, I can't stress enough how deeply I respect that man. Now, we heard that Estelle and Joshua are somehow somewhere on the mountain path, and my suspicion is they are at the Rosenberg studio, because that was where we originally met Ren. Yep. No one home? Joshua, are you positive this is the place? I don't have definitive proof, but everything we found out up till now points here. There's just too much information about the 13 factories even I don't know about. All we know is that it's a network of 12 workshops that has passed down ancient technology. And supposedly the Stoll Studio is one of them. This is definitely the kind of place she'd stay at. What's the plan, Estelle? Should I go in and investigate? No, it's okay. Lucky for us, we aren't directly butting heads with a society this time. If I'm going to catch her, I have to play by the rules. If that's what you think is best, I'm with you. Besides, we still have that auction to worry about. Should we focus on that for now? Sounds good to me. Estelle? Joshua? Huh? The SSS. Aye, what a surprise. I thought I was detecting a familiar presence, but I could not quite pinpoint who it was. Why the heck are you guys here? Does the special support section have some business with the studio? We were just stretching our legs for a bit. What about you? Did the Bracer Guild have a request here or something? Actually, we're here on personal business. Or we were at least, but it looks like no one's in right now. On a lighter note, you guys put up a good fight yesterday. How are you feeling? I'm a little sore, but fine overall. Forget us. After all that yesterday, the two of you look completely unaffected. What gives? You think? I guess these 2 years of walking everywhere has finally started to pay off. Sorry to cut our conversation short, but it's about time for us to start heading back to Crossbell City. I'm sure you will run into each other again. Be careful on your way back, guys. Of course! You all stay safe too. Even a moron could tell that they were hiding something from us. That may be true, but I did not sense any guilt coming from them. I don't think it's our place to stick our noses into their private matters. Joshua mentioned that the owner of the doll studio isn't home. Shall we head on back as well then? Yeah, might as well. We all met Ren for the first time when we were here before. Do these two know her somehow? They do. Is this Armorica Village? Nope, doesn't look like it. Jeez, did I take the wrong bus? Maybe, but I think you'll be more than happy here in Mainz. It's a perfect place to take in some particularly desirable views. If you like, I would love to show you around. Man, I wanted to go visit Armorica Village, but I ended up here instead. Guess I can take a look around while I'm here. The view from up this high should be pretty nice. No need to be a stranger around little old me. Follow me and I'll show you the best view in all of Mainz. I'll be transporting some septium deposits over to the city today, so I thought I might as well check out the festival too. Oh, this is going to be great. Maybe I should grab a bite to eat and long lao while I'm there. I haven't been around many mining towns before, but I must say the scenery is pretty spectacular. There's all sorts of doodads to take a look at. Overall, I'm glad I visited. But we had that last time, right? Also, at least part of it. She was here last time as well. At least. Crossbell said has been around 70 years now. More tourists decided to come for a festival this year, so it'll be good for business. Around this time of year, the miners flock over to the city, so profit is low. There are tourists who would come to a deserted place like this at the height of the anniversary festival? Seriously? Well, I guess I can relate. I hate crowds more than anything. But the stuff drinking alone right around noon is one of the best things life has to offer. Just iced tea though. The mayor and I have been negotiating my purchase of some of Mainz septium crystals. He's a stubborn old man, no matter what I say, he just won't budge. I convinced you, just you wait. I, the daughter of an illustrious imperial merchant, will emerge victorious. That being said, I must formulate a method to win him over, post haste. First I can try raising my offer as much as I can, and then... My lady is currently in the middle of negotiations, using her usual aggressiveness and vast supply of mirror, but these things are quite complex. Honestly, I'm feeling desperate given that we've come this far, and the least I can do is serve my lady with the best of my ability. Yeah, and last time, I think LoH was his name? One of the miners was having a hangover in them. Mine seems to have had its fair share of tourists this year. I'll have to make sure to warn everyone not to enter the mine later. We've never had this many tourists before. I'm sure it's because Crossbell is celebrating a very special 70th anniversary this year. Did you know that my dad is Mainz's official mine chief? It's because he's super strong and cool. That's why I'm going to be a miner, just like him. Jealous, aren't you? In the 70 years since Crossbell State was founded, the Empire and Republic's bickering has caused a lot of trouble for Mainz. It's calmed down somewhat thanks to the non-aggression pact, but not many people in Mainz legitimately trust the government. Life's so dull, even going to some drinking party can't get me motivated. Not that I ever have any motivation. Oh well, it's the anniversary festival, so it's the perfect time to relax. Even if it's pretty physically taxing, I've always liked my job. My mind sheet drafts excavation plans every day, and it's up to the muscle to make it all happen. I've never been too good at using my noggin, so it's really the perfect job for me. In this field, as long as you have the strength, the rest will work itself out. My husband is known for being one of the hardest working miners despite being so young. I suppose his one shortcoming is that he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I also find that part of what makes him cute. You folks are from the CPD, huh? I appreciate you patrolling mines considering it's all the way out in the sticks. You know, everyone starts somewhere. Back before I ran this place, I was working in the mines, mad dog in hand. As long as you keep pushing forward, you'll be able to make it big. I kinda wish I could see Daddy back when he was a miner. Is this the mining helmet? But it's also old. My son told me that he wants to be a miner like me someday. It sure makes me one proud papa. My husband's position as mine chief puts him in charge of the entire mining crew. Alex said his father is what inspired him to want to be a miner someday. I'm happy that he looks up to his father so much, but I can't help but worry for him. Mining certainly is a dangerous profession. Ah, there's that echo I was looking for. Oh wait, I was looking if I could find Estelle and Joshua on the quick, but no. Wherever they've gone, I can't find them. Alright, Armorica Village. We see a good amount of tourists come by during the festival every year, but we're especially popular this year it seems. I think the food stall we set up in the city is exciting a lot of folks to come and visit. After all, I've never seen the bus drop off this many people before. It's crazy how different the cultures in Armorica compared to the city. And yeah, I thought I was going to see all sorts of high-tech agriculture oppments. Pretty sure this is also old. Taking it easy and relaxing in Armorica Village is one of life's greatest treasures. You know what? I think I'll treat myself to a tasty carb I caught today for lunch. The weather around these parts is wonderful. I'm sure that this stream's carp are going to be a one-of-a-kind delicacy. Let the fun begin. The soft murmuring of the river, the chirping of the birds, the gorgeous scenery. I bet Armorica would be a perfect place for a nice picnic. And speaking of picnics, I'm starving. Plenty of rice balls with tiny sprinkle of salt. Can't help but drool just thinking about them. A good thing we stocked up. These tourists are buying honey by the droves as presents. We're really doing well for ourselves now. Agreeing to Derek's idea was one of the best decisions I could have made. Ever since yesterday, we've started to get way more customers than usual. Gramps is pumped, but to be honest, all these people are making me a little dizzy. Didn't you want to make it big in the city if this is what overwhelms you? That won't work out. Hey mom, check this out. I heard this from someone who was at the festival. They said there was a big race between the Braces police and gang leaders. Really? Oh heavens, that sounds like an accident waiting to happen. A race? Did they fight in it? Can't say I thought people would be talking about the race all the way out here. Hey, we must spread quick, you know. Goodness, the city sounds more dangerous with every new story I hear. Playing is okay, but fighting is a big no-no. It won't be my fault if Mama gets mad at you, just so you know. Wait, on the bridge of where? Those guys are fishing, right? They must be Fishermen's Guild members. Think, Salem, think. Should I go for it and try to strike up a conversation? I'd love to be a part of a Fishermen's Guild, and there are members standing right there. But what if I don't want to be bothered right now? I keep saying, if you want to be a part of a Fishermen's Guild, start fishing. My dear Seely isn't here. I never knew this inn would be so lonely without her. Can't the anniversary festival end and return my Seely to me? Quite a few tourists have been staying here since yesterday. It's pretty refreshing. Most of my customers end up being traders like Mr. Hayworth. They've been telling me that after eating at our food store, they just had to visit the village. Something about that is genuinely touching. It brings me so much joy to hear they liked our food. This Arconcealed handbook was surprisingly elusive. I had to look for it everywhere before I actually found it. Never would have guessed a book like that would be at the library. From the looks of it, it was put together by some Archon-Seal superfans. Supposedly only a few copies of it exist in the whole world. I'm half tempted to keep it. Oh, you can't do that. Think about it, because of the book's popularity, I may never be able to check it out again, ever. Oh well, I just take my sweet time reading it. Being here in the village is like a breath of fresh air. I can almost imagine myself tending to the fields while basking in the sun's glow. When I'm old, I want to spend the rest of my days in a relaxing place like this. You know what? I had no idea that this village was such an amazing place. I could definitely see myself spending my later years relaxing in this kind of calm environment. The view of the fields next to the village chief's house is breathtaking. If I stayed holed up in Crossbell City during the festival, I would never have seen such a beautiful sight. Crossbell City is far too busy for my liking right now. I don't care for crowds, so I think visiting Armorica was a fine idea. It's all fine and dandy that the village is getting more tourists coming through, sure. But we got plenty of dangerous places here, and they're around the village's outskirts. Best we want all these city folk and foreigners to stay away from them. Especially the ancient battlefield of Old Armorica Road wouldn't do to have anyone wander in there and get hurt, or worse. We would have warned these tourists to steer away of all the dangerous places nearby. Wife not them? A whole lot of tourists came to visit Armorica Village. I'm glad they're enjoying themselves, but I hope they don't get in the way of our farm work. It's good to see the village so lively with tourists, but how long will it actually last? In the end, they're just tourists. Once the festival comes to a close, they're all going to gradually leave, right? Also, they're a disturbance to our farmers. I knew that this plan wasn't without its flaws. I mean, are they so bad? On one hand, I understand my husband's worries about tourists. On the other, I'm so happy that Derek is trying to improve Armorica Village. Whatever happens, I know that Derek has the qualifications and drive to become our next village chief, and that, in my opinion, is something to be proud of. Nova's going to get in trouble if he keeps yawning and dozing off like that. It's no skin off my back if Deputy Commander Bales finds out. Oh yeah, the guys are the new police squad or whatever, right? If you need the Deputy Commander, her office on the second floor of the gate. I'm pretty sure she's in right now. Crap, I can't start dozing off. Oh no, now I need to yawn too. Great, for real. I have a shift to take care of over at Crossbell Station later today. One of my guardsman buddies, Romeo, is typically posted there, so I might just get to say hi. The bus coming from Calvert should be arriving at just a bit past noon. Alright, time to brace myself for the rush. not even noon yet. My stomach is already yelling at me for crap. I wonder if anyone would do me a solid and bring me a snack. I better finish the rest of the food prep and fast. Once the Calvadian bus shows up, it's going to get insanely busy in here. What's up? You looking to get some rest here? Not really. We really have a fantastic view here. Despite my complaints, I can never settle down when I go to the city. With that in mind, guarding the border isn't too shabby. You know, I feel a bit relieved to see all the Calvadians laughing and smiling when they stood by the gate. Before the non-aggression pact was signed, terrorism was rampant here. You can't put a price on peace. Deputy Commander Bells couldn't care less whether you're male or female. If you have a skill, then what's what you take note of. Because of that, we have to work harder than what we used to, but it's totally worth it. The guardsmen should be in the middle of conducting their daily patrols. Since there's been an influx of new tourists, we have to be even more vigilant than usual. You never know what might happen. After all, Crossbell isn't the safest place in the world. Remember Stargazer's Tower? Do I ever? Well, keep up the good work, Noel. If you ever need us, just give us a ring. We've got your back. Is this what they call grandstanding? What's that supposed to mean? Come now, Theo. You don't have to be that frank with Wendy. Mademoiselle, come on. Tell her she's being crazy. Wendy, if it's any consolation, I didn't think they were being patronizing or anything. I appreciate that, but you don't have to go so far as to comfort someone like me. Hang in there, Wendy. Okay, you can drop the drama queen act, Wendy. I heard an interesting story recently. Apparently a fight broke out between some delinquents and bracers and you decided to intervene. Crap, you heard about that? We have a perfectly sound reason for everything that happened yesterday. I don't want to hear your excuses. Delinquents or no, it's unacceptable for the police to lay their hands on citizens. Well, that's what I would normally say. Huh? In reality, police work requires you to subdue criminals whether you'd like to or not. However, you have a special support section, far from a traditional police squad. You have the advantage of tackling things unconventionally. If you're dealing with riled-up delinquents, perhaps finding somewhere they can vent their frustration isn't a bad idea. That's how I see it. Are you sure you should be saying things like that to us, Deputy Commander? I don't see why I should be the one to scold you if Sergei didn't find it necessary. Just continue to do as you have been, alright? Will do, ma'am. She doesn't press rules without reason, and she's able to adapt her approach on the fly. She really does seem like the ideal boss. However, keep in mind that unconventional methods can bring in unexpected results. Never forget to think long and hard about what sort of outcome your actions will bring. Do that and act accordingly. Alright, and let's go to the other gate. And there we are. On the way I remembered there was this sitting area, this resting area. on the old Armorica road. I was there, but the people were said the same thing as last time, so I don't bother showing it off. Crossbell is not only straight, but buses too. I'm so jealous of how convenient things are. This looks old as well. I'm so late. Maybe I should leave him behind and head on to Crossbell. No one here? I bet the commander's in a nice cool room now, enjoying himself on the state's coin. We are the ones who have to skip the festivities and work. That guy just infuriates me to no end. Occasionally we see tourists from Erebonia attempt to walk to the city, staying on the highway. The majority of them are spoiled rich guys who don't understand how harsh the highway can be. We essentially did the same thing when we hiked to Armorica Village. His statement was painfully true. Those wealthy Imperials are way too optimistic and never fail to cause us problems. As of now, I don't have anything unusual to report. Huh? Where did she go? I even told her to wait here while I grabbed a quick bite to eat. Is he looking for the girl outside? Who is waiting for him and is losing her patience? Oh, I think I survived a rush hour. My whole life, I've heard people talk about how straightforward and solemn the Erebonian people are. But I guess they also love festivals. Now that the anniversary festival is here, I just want Erebonians and Calvardians to come and peacefully enjoy themselves in Crossbell. Whenever I go on sightseeing trips, I always have to check out the local cuisine. I wonder what sort of food awaits me in Crossbell. Yesterday, Stella put a little bit of extra fruit on my plate. Is she trying to send me a message? Something like, do your best today, okay? I'm pretty sure she does that for everyone, man. Can't a guy dream, Randy? Well, in any case, it still shows how caring Stella is. Now then, I plan to savor every bite of this love-filled gesture. It looks like I still have some time before the next bus arrives. My stomach's growling too. Yeah, I'm going to get some food real quick. Yesterday, when I put some fruit in the soldiers' meals as an extra treat, a bunch of them came and thanked me afterwards. I don't see what's wrong with treating them to something nice every once in a while. It's probably going to cut into our profit margin though. I think I can throw the soldiers some extra treats during the festival. After all, the only work I have to do is cut up a bunch of fruit. I'm always hearing the soldiers complain about the commander of theirs. Hey, I can't blame him, I hate that high and mighty attitude of his too. If he at least knew how to hold a rifle properly, maybe he'd be bearable, but the only thing he's good at is barking out orders. Well, isn't that what a commander's supposed to do? Maybe so, but doing that without being able to handle a weapon is unacceptable for a member of a Guardian force. Everyone's complaints about the commander are all valid in my eyes. Brute said he needed smoke, so I volunteered to watch the border alone. Normally that's not allowed, but the commander isn't here. It'll just be our little secret. I know it's my job, but watching the same scenery every single day can get boring. I think I'm going to have to take a short break later too. Who knows, maybe the thrills of playing hooky could be kind of fun. I remember Wendy mentioning to her she is serious as a heart attack. Apparently not. I don't particularly dislike paperwork, but it can be tough. Well, of course it is. The warrant officer Mireille I know is a warrior through and through. When it comes to combat, she's one of the best Bellguard Gate has to offer. Not a single one of the guys here stands a chance against her. Sitting in a chair and filling out papers all day is way too dull for a gal like you. You make it sound like I'm some sort of musclehead. I didn't mean for it to come out like that. Those compliments came right from the sincerest place of my heart, you know. Can you just leave me alone? Despite how things may look, I'm extremely busy right now. Just leave me alone, Wendy. Oh, good thing this place is finally starting to settle down. Just a little while longer and all we'll have to worry about is guarding the border. Luckily, Dahlia gave me permission to take another break. I'm not slacking off, okay? Oh, huh? You were there yesterday as well? No, and I want to take a look at the Sandbank and then St. Ursula. Okay. Huh? You're Master Fisherman Lloyd, huh? Looks like you made a lot of progress. Don't get ahead of yourself, though. I'm a Master Fisher too, you know? I'm not about to let you outdo me. Yesterday's competition was a close, hard-fought battle. Trust me, next time will be different. Is he mistaking me with the other Lloyd? Anyway, St. Ursula. Hello, my Belle. Ellie, what a pleasant surprise. Belle, what are you doing at St. Ursula? Nothing much, I just accompanied my father here, that's all. Mr. Croix? Is he sick? I doubt that's the case. He's doing his usual thing, right? That's right. If you ask the receptionist, I'm sure you'll find out what it is. Also, I'm sure my father would appreciate a visit from you all. And of all times, of course, he had to do it when we are swamped with meetings. I suppose this is one of his virtues, few as they are. I guess I'm not against indulging him. He is my father, after all. You might complain, but even so, you still accompany him every year. Well, it just so happened that I'm not busy whenever he goes, that's all. Welcome to St. Ursula Hospital. That car in the parking lot is amazing. Isn't it one of those fancy limousines? Yes, I guess being rich means driving in luxury too. Take a look at that limousine. If it is really one of the newer models, I bet it must have cost a fortune. The most important thing to remember when traveling is to enjoy the cultural uniqueness of the country you're visiting. Pretty sure it's old. There are quite a lot of patients that request leave from the hospital, if only for the anniversary festival. But due to their illness and the fact that they need to be periodically checked on by the doctors, they're usually declined. I understand that they want to have fun at the festival, but I can't really do anything for them as much as I'd like to. Also old. I was on the edge of my seat during yesterday's race in the downtown district, so much so that I fell flat on my face in the excitement and I wasn't even in the race. That's why I'm here, actually. Wait a second. Does this mean we indirectly landed this guy in the hospital? Well, I try not to think about it too hard, Wendy. I might got hurt during the race, but that's on me for being a total klutz. Important thing is that I had fun, right? Man, it would be awesome if I made a yearly tradition out of it. Maybe they will. Who knows? I've worked at St. Ursula for a while now, and this is always the busiest time of year. As you might expect, the staff here doesn't have much time to rest. I remember feeling like the luckiest girl in the world when I had the opening day of a festival off. She was one of the girls that went with Randy, right? Hey, now don't try to slouch that cold off to me. Slough? Hey, now don't try to slough that cold off to me. I'd appreciate if you and your germs took several steps back. Ouch, my poor throat. Looks like someone passed their cold on to me. Every year, Mr. Croix donates enough presents to give one to all of our patients. It blows me away each time, especially when you see the smiles on our patients' faces. Mr. Croix is truly the most generous man I know. I let Gwen take the lead on internal medicine examinations the other day, but it may not have been my best decision. I can't criticize her skills and knowledge, but she lacks the proper bedside manner. That's something she's going to have to learn if she ever hopes to reach the standards we have for our residents. To accurately assess the specificities of a disease, one must be able to build a rapport with the patients. Gwen still has much to learn when it comes to that, I'm afraid. I had my practical training yesterday. I thought I nailed it, but Dr. Lago wasn't impressed apparently, judging by the B he gave me. B- he gave me. Dang, the road to becoming a capable doctor who can hold her own amongst all men in this field might be even steeper than I imagined. I was sure I deserved an easy A+ on my most recent practical exam. Everything was perfect. There wasn't a single answer I didn't know. But to go and get a B-? Looks like I have to hit the books even harder and make up for that complete dud. Doctor, maybe you should explain why you're ranking her like that. Because I think bedside manner is not really something you learn out of a book. Alright. So, for today's lecture, we will review the inner structure of quartz utilized within medical equipment. Excuse me, miss. We aren't students. I think you're still half asleep. Oh, you're not? I'm sorry, but outsiders aren't allowed during lectures. Apparently my son took part in the uproar that happened in Crossbell City yesterday. Thanks to the police, it was resolved with that incident, but I swear he's going to worry me into a heart attack if he keeps this up. For as much as I need to give him a stern talking to, my hands are simply too tight with work. I'm a pathetic excuse of a father. Mr. Croix? Hello everyone! I certainly wasn't expecting to run into you here of all places. No one was hurt while on duty, I hope? Nah, nothing like that. What about you? Are you injured, sir? Oh, I don't think we need to worry about that. Despite having so much on his plate as the IBC's CEO already, Uncle Dieter puts his heart into many philanthropic projects throughout Crossbell. One of those being an annual tradition where he gives presents to those hospitalized at St. Ursula. If I can't enjoy the anniversary festival, I bring some joy to them instead, he always says. Wow. You call it philanthropy, but there's hardly that much mirror involved, Ellie. It's simply a gift from me to them. I slip out of work to do things like this every now and then. Some may call it self-indulgence or believe me foolish or taking the time away from my job, but this is an irrevocable part of who I am. Whoa, I didn't think a guy like him could get so fired up. Agreed. For as charming and unruffled as he has been with us, he clearly has a more serious side to look out for as well. One might call what I'm doing philanthropy, but I'm hardly parting with a whole lot of mirror. It's just a nice hobby of mine, that's all. And while a hobby it is, Maria Bell never fails to indulge me in it. I'm incredibly thankful to her and the others for supporting my little outings. I know we have a tight ship to run at the IBC. I hope I can give back to them in a way that expresses even a fraction of the gratitude I feel. Oh my, Mr. Croix! On behalf of everyone here at St. Ursula Medical College, thank you for visiting us again this year. I'm sure the patients will be absolutely delighted. Oh, it's my pleasure, I assure you. Just figured I'd stop by and see how Crossbell's favorite hospital is doing. Handing out whiskey magazines is my special way of greeting someone. Dr. Günther seemed more than happy with my gift. He's a personable fellow, alright. So, are you enjoying the anniversary festival? I know I am. I just found a new fishing hole yesterday and boy, had I hit a gold mine. I plan to run over there as soon as I can. Aren't you in the middle of work? Well, yes, but be a friend and keep that from the other doctors, alright? Oh, just for the record, I did finish all the work I had to take care of for you today, so it doesn't really count as playing hooky. I got my duties squared away and now I've earned me some fishing time. You can't argue that logic, right? If that's really how you feel, why the need to go under everyone's radar? Is this guy really some great doctor? I'm not sure if I buy that. To be honest, I'd really like to take just one more day off for tomorrow. That's from a parade hitting the streets, after all. You can't say you truly experienced the anniversary festival without seeing it. I'm jealous of you police officers. You're probably able to use work as an excuse to go watch the parade, right? Hey, we'd never abuse our power like that. Probably. I'd love to see the parade tomorrow, but if duty calls, duty calls. Cecile, I believe she went to Shizuku's room. I worry that Shizuku is too self-restrained for her age at times. I imagine her losing her mother so young forced her to grow up much too fast. I believe it would do her some good to loosen up and be as full of exuberance and silliness as a little girl should. That's old. The nurses have been very kind to me during my stay. Some of their quirks, sure, but they're all very nice girls. So, Dr. Günther is single, huh? I'm no doctor, but I'm sure I can fill that hole in his heart. The anniversary festival parade is tomorrow. I wish I could go see it with Shizuku, but I doubt that's going to happen. Maybe next year. Entertainment is hard to come by in a lifeless place like this. How utterly dull. Normally I attend parties every night and entertain the district hostesses look after my every need during the anniversary festival. If I tried to feel up one of the nurses, the nurse administrator would have my hat. Little witch girl. You took the first day of the festival off, didn't you, Cecile? How was it? I had a blast. After going to see Armorica with Lloyd, I went to eat with Ilya and some other friends. I'm so glad you had a good time. What do you think about this, Shizuku? I can't take any more time off this year, but would you like to go to the festival with me next year? We can go with Lloyd, Arius, and everyone else. Doesn't that sound fun? Yes, please. I would love that. Okay. Let's see how that works out. The roof is so big that they managed to fit a whole nother building? You're old. I got nothing but respect for the doctors and nurses who work here. They went over backwards day after day for their patients. I might just be the cleaning guy, but I want to pitch in as much as I can too. You see, even one speck in my hospital, you let me know, okay? Good man. Oh god. Yesterday, Cecile and the other nurses took over our shift, so we got a day off. I got to stroll around Crossbell City with Mayfair all day thanks to them. It was a complete blast. Yeah, we just saw you over in the operation room. Can you read this through Women's dormitory? No men allowed. Well, I wish that was a rule. Unfortunately, you can't get to the research ward without going through the dormitories. I had the day off yesterday, but because of Cyrone and the hijinks, I'm absolutely exhausted. I swear, that girl is bad for my heart. You just never know what she's going to get up to next. Well, crazy as it was, I feel like I was able to let off a good amount of steam, so maybe it wasn't too bad of a day after all? Chief Ursuline is out working in the hospital, and I'm here in the dorms. Can't say this happens often. It's rare I get to take any time off like this. I better soak up all this rest while I still can. You know, it's not very polite to enter someone's room without their permission. If this isn't an emergency, would you kindly get a move on? Sure. Hospital food is good here? Hey Flower, I got a question about one of the last lecture points. What the heck? Don't read that kind of stuff while eating. Why? It would be a waste of time not to study a bit while eating. Tasty. I mean, sure, but looking at autopsy photos while eating? I think I'm going to be sick. How is she able to stomach her food looking at that stuff? If I followed standard eating times, I'd never get anything done. It has become my way of life ever since I was able to observe surgeries. Have you met my niece, Marone? She's a lifesaver, cleaning the dormitories as thoroughly as she is. Oh, she's your niece? Good to know. Once I heard about how much free time she had, I offered her a job here. Keeping things neat and tidy is her specialty, so making her one of my cleaners was a no-brainer. Alright, I think I've been everywhere today, so that's it for this exploration. Until next time, I'm Ace, and don't get lost. Okay, I take that back for a moment, because I looked at the fishing guide if I had all the fish we can currently get, and there were 2 we can't get yet. And these ones are special because we can only catch them once. The first one is here at the... yeah, at the mine we were. At the mine we were today. At the fishing spot here. When you use the bamboo rod and the deluxe dumplings you can buy if you have enough rank in the fishing guild, in the fisherman's guild. With a bit of luck, you can catch The gold salmon. And it covers up a Taurus gem. What the heck is this? Well, it's gorgeous, that's for sure. Is this some kind of rare fish? And let's look at the Taurus gem. Oh, wrong menu. Taurus gem. Absorbs 25% of physical damage dealt as HP. Nice. A bit of life drain. And there's another fish. Here at the resting spot. Yeah, the same way with the deluxe dumplings. We can catch the noble carp. And there's a piece of gem. What the heck did I just catch? I've never seen a fish so beautiful before. I feel like it might be kind of rare. And the Pisces gem has the effect may evade magic attacks. Now, I don't know if it uses the standard evade value from the agility there, or if this is a separate one that is fixed, so I don't know, but it sounds cool. But that will be all for this episode, so until next time, I'm Mainz and don't get lost.